Well, you're not on film yet.
So, Kevin has a Predator generator that kind of went kaput. And he has torn the thing apart to save parts. And part of the parts he is kindly going to install on my generator, because someone at some point in time somewhere let the darn thing fall off the back of the truck. I don't know who that could have been.
Oh, that's right. I gotta take the wheels off.
So, as a result, the wire for the battery got shortened. The housing cracked in a couple of different places. And right here. And so Kevin is kindly working on that for me today. Thank you, Kevin.
You are welcome. You'll make it look almost like new again.
So, while Shirley's out doing the things that she's going to do today, I'm going to film a couple video clips here for her. So, Kevin, where are we at? What are we doing here?
I am replacing all of the cracked plastic parts, which for this one, I've got to take it all the way down because this housing here is cracked up here. So I'm going to take this panel off. I'm going to feed my wires and give her a new panel. And then it'll also include a new battery box cover, or a battery cover. And then I also am replacing this whole side here. But I have to ask her what she's talking about as far as this wire that her and Bobby are talking about. I don't really see what they're talking about. So she's got a bunch of oil here.
All right. We'll see what we can find out, and we'll be back.
Okay. So that's Shirley's old one. Old cover for the front. When it fell, it got cracked right up in here. So I'm going to replace the whole thing with a almost newer, same year model. I might get a rag and clean it up a little bit too. But yep, that's the old one. It's trash.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now everything has to be put back together in reverse order, but I didn't pay attention. Oh wait, I forgot there's a piece I need. I took the old one off of mine, the other one off of mine.
And what is that piece?
It's just a junction block. It's gonna connect these three wires right here to the front panel with these three wires here. Okay.
Alrighty.
So we'll take and put this back.
All right, so it's gonna feed some things through there.
Get the hose connected. All right, that's back. This has to go back. It's a matter of just feeding all the wires back through where they belong and screw it all back together. Let me get my shorty screwdriver. This is the hardest one.
Okay, so where are we at?
We are putting it all back together. I've got all my wires fed through, and the new cover is on. And if you come over here where Bobby had put that piece in, what I did was, because I had my old harness, I took the clip inside of the fuse holder and cut it back far enough to where I could take and put this little splice mechanism in here, and I was able to splice it and make it a little bit longer to where you'll be able to get the battery out a little easier to take the connections off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, modified. I'm modifying. Let me get back over and get this done before it's forgotten about.
All right.
Connect.
That's all connected there.
Just reconnecting all the wires back to their original locations, and I was smart enough to take pictures to make sure I'm doing it right. Oops.
You're smarter than the average bear, are you?
Well, no. All right. So I got black wire, red wire, and what I did when I took them off is I wrapped with electrical tape, because there's multiple reds and blues and black wires. So I took my pictures, then I taped them together to make sure that they go back in the same locations. And
nice.
That's all of that. And then for these over here, I have a blue, it's going to go there. Then the black, and then the two that I taped together are up front, or on top. So, 'tis all good.
Beautiful.
Beauty-muss. Now, let's see how these all go back together. This is gonna go over to here. And make sure I've got it right. Click. And click. And click. All right. And then bring this up, and the black one goes on the right, the blue one goes on the left, the blue one goes to the right, and the red one goes to the left. Boom. And now it's just a matter of putting this all back together. I do have one more thing that I should have done beforehand, but I think I can get it. There is one screw that holds this to the frame in the back here.
Oh, let's see if I can get over there.
That I know I have an Allen, and I'd probably end up getting it. And let's see if I can get it from up here. Slippery.
Where's the shoemaker elves when you need them?
Right. All right, let's find the hole. Oh, did I do that backwards? I think it's gonna matter. Hopefully, it's gonna be good. Okay. Okay, that should be enough to get this bad boy tightened back down and in place. Click, click. That was my torque arm. A lot of people don't have torque arms. I have a torque arm. All right, so what are all these other screws for?
Oh, aren't you just funny?
Okay.
It's gonna be like almost brand new, huh?
Almost new, 3 years old. All right, so here's the replacement cover. Hers was all cracked and broke up here, and the tab was busted up here. So we're gonna put it all back together. And this is gonna be kind of the fun part because I have to feed this. Oh, I have to untie this first. I have to feed this pull cable back through the hole and retie it back to the handle. And I hope that I remember how it tied. All right, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take, I'm putting this back. It's mighty oily. Make sure this stuff is up and out of the way and not getting pinched anywhere. Yeah. I don't like the way these guys feed the wiring.
I think everybody uses colorful expletives from time to time.
Not everybody. All right, that should be good. I just got to make sure that I don't let go of this. But I want to get everything in place and lined up. The bottom seems okay. And wow. All right, let me get one screw started.
Okay.
It seems like that's going to work. All right, let's get this all back together here. I got 10 mil goes in the bottom. This goes there. 10 mil in the bottom. Two on the top. Put the dust cap back on, make it pretty. Dust cap, pretty. So we found a couple other broken items while I was putting it back together, and since I have the parts, I'm just going to change them. I'm going to get rid of them and change them out.
And where was the part right here?
This arm right here that comes all the way down, the aluminum, is cracked right here on this tab.
Let's see if I can get it. The light. I don't know.
I'll be able to see it when I get it off.
It's right there.
And fortunately, I haven't thrown my old one away yet. So we will get this changed out. Yeah, that's cracked right there too. Right there. See it?
Oh yeah, right there.
Hey, got the parts. Switch it out. New piece.
Yes, that's the one you just had sitting on top
Okay.
for a minute.
So what I got to do here is feed this through here. While feeding it through. Alright. Oh boy, that went on so easy. Oh, I'm so happy for that. Alright, let's get this back in place. That goes right there. And that is the short screw, which is, I believe it's this one. Okay. Just tighten down first.
Okay, so just as he was starting to get most of this button back up again, and we came across this.
It was mentioned, but it was
And what is-
mentioned and not mentioned, and wow, I gotta pull this.
Would you say it's called the heat shield?
It is the housing for the muffler, and if you come around to this side, it's made of plastic, but they put a heat shield tape on it. So with this being cracked, this is not good. So I've got to take it off, which means I've got to take the whole thing back apart.
All right. And we'll be back.
All right, so because this heat shield is cracked over here, we're going to replace it. So what I had to do is I had to take the back off, then I had to take the muffler off, which is 2 bolts here and 2 bolts here. So now I've got to take all these small screws and bolts off. This bracket's got to come off to get the shield off, and then I'll put the one that I have back on it.
Sweet.
Here we go.
All right, so he's getting this all put back together here.
Hopefully for the last time.
And Shirley has returned.
Grateful for Kevin's knowledge and ability to do these kinds of things.
All right, good job, hon.
Absolutely.
And I will let Shirley film any more from here.
All right. Thank you, Dawn.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
These were my
That I
helpers
ordered is-
today,
I don't remember
Dawn
how
and
long it
Kevin.
is, but I'm not sure
Thank
what-
you so much for everything you've done for me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.